My name is Maria. My surname is Barreto, and I'm currently 23 years old. And I have a wonderful 3-year-old daughter named Abrielle.
6 pounds and 9 ounces, looking up at me.
And she was named Abrielle because it means God is my strength. And she really has been my strength for the last few years. I ended up having my daughter in November 2012 at the age of 20. I found out I was pregnant. After I had some discomfort, I decided to take a pregnancy test, and I saw a faint line. And I remember the first thing I did was literally walk back and forth in the room, trying to decide what was next. I was nervous. I was very upset. I was scared, above all. I was really scared. I didn't know what was going to happen next, and I ended up calling a friend of mine who accompanied me all the way to the University of Washington Medical Center. It was a reality that I was actually pregnant. When I did tell my boyfriend, he told me he didn't love me and that he couldn't deal with it. I ended up building up the courage to tell my family, and I called him on a Skype conversation and I told him that I was pregnant. My family hung up on me and they didn't talk to me for a while, and when they did, they also encouraged me to have an abortion. I started doing research on both sides. I didn't know what an actual abortion procedure entailed. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't think I was capable of having this baby and going through with it, and I didn't think I was capable of having an abortion. I was stuck. Making a decision was probably the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I just struggled with the idea of people who told me that I could continue living as if nothing had happened. And something had happened. I knew that. Things were not the same anymore, and things would never be the same.
So make sure you're always giving.
I was referred to Catholic Community Services, who I met my social worker in Teresa, who became my other hand. She was wonderful with me. She was there every other week, trying to talk to me about what was going on in my life and listening to everything that I was going through. And my daughter changed my life in many ways. She encourages me to be a role model for her every day, and it makes me work harder and it makes me achieve a lot more. She was born and my life changed. It was work, school, baby, work, school, baby. And there were things that, for example, the University of Washington, there wasn't even a place where I could breastfeed peacefully, or I could pump milk. So there were a lot of things missing at that time, a lot of things that I would have wished had been in place for me to make it easier for me to be a student mom. I ended up graduating in 3 years. I earned my bachelor's degree, and I ended up having a senior presentation on biracial child education and identity development. So not only did she shape my life and change it, she also motivated me to work on different areas that I never had explored as an educator. If there was something I could tell other young women who are going through this situation, I would say that it doesn't get easier. You're going to feel like the world's coming down on you and there's nothing you can do. There will be times where a child is crying and you don't have a support system and you're going to be like, what am I supposed to do? But just knowing that you can do it and that it's possible and that other people have done it. I've been there and there's many other people who have. You just have to find a way to make it work for you. What do I think about what you're trying to open in Seattle? I think it's a wonderful opportunity for the community. I am so excited to hear that there's people out there trying to make a difference, and a clinic at the Indy district would be a wonderful facility for people who are going through something similar to what I went through. I remember when I was pregnant and when I had to go to the clinic, I was constantly judged, constantly looked down upon, and I was looked down upon because, well, why didn't you just go to Planned Parenthood and get an abortion? Why are you doing this? Are you crazy? I encourage everyone to take a step for this. I encourage everyone to support women like me who have been through this. And I'm very excited to see what happens next. My daughter is the biggest gift I could have ever received, and she is my strength. She brings life into my life, and at this time I'm currently pursuing my master's degree at Trinity Western University, and I'm one semester away from finishing. Every day is a new fight, a new page, but the that it's possible and it's beautiful, and when you've been through so much for it to accomplish everything in your life, everything is worth a lot more.